about to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.
Welcome back to our channel. So it is finally time for another Meals of the Week video. I have been a little bit absent while I've been editing our Florida vlogs, but I've still been filming what we've been eating, so it might be a little bit mismatched and some days might be all flipped around, but I have kept on top of filming what we eat. So I'm going to string them all together and let's take a look at what we've been eating. So I'm multitasking tonight. I've got two big batch cooked dinners on the go. One is a pea, broccoli and tomato pasta bake, and one is a corn mange tout, baby corn, mushroom and courgette, kind of stir fry it with some cauliflower rice and some chilli and seasonings and things. I'm making a lot of both because then when we're out during the week it's so much easier. I can just pull one of each out of the fridge or freezer, and then you've got, boys have got pasta and we've got our corn bake, and it's all nice and simple. So I'll show you it when we plate up. Here's the pasta bake out of the oven. I've just topped it with some cheese and melted that. Then I'm going to dish it up for the boys. So here it is dished up. I've just added some extra grated cheese because sometimes on pasta bake it sort of disappears as you dish it up and all ends up one end. So this is Oscar's, this one is Jake's, and this one is Bailey's, and here is mine and Steve's dished up. And this is what we've all got for our dinner tonight, and with plenty of leftovers. So for tonight's dinner I did a chicken, potato, carrot, stuffing and gravy meal. I did this whole thing in the slow cooker together, and I am going to do a separate slow cooker meals video, so I will pop this in there. And there is Steve's, and after cooking it all I just didn't fancy it for some reason, so I've just got some pasta with some grated cheese and some leftover chicken, mushrooms, tomatoes and onions in. I just didn't feel like it. Sometimes I do that when I cook things all day. I just don't fancy what I've made, so I've got pasta and Steve's got the same as the boys. So for dinner tonight I'm going to make some tandoori chicken skewers. So I'm just going to make up a basic marinade, but I'm going to use yogurt in it this time and some lime juice. I've got some ground cumin, smoked paprika, garlic and some tandoori curry powder. I've also got some garam masala and some turmeric. So I'm going to pop all that in a bowl and then chop the chicken up and let it sit in there for a few hours, and then I'm going to thread it onto skewers and cook it on my grill. I'm going to put the whole pot of yogurt in because I'm going to do enough for 5 of us. So I've got almost a kilo of chicken. And that way if there's any leftovers we can use it in salads or on pizzas, is always a good one. So to that I'm going to add a tablespoon of turmeric, a good tablespoon of garam masala, about a tablespoon of ground cumin, a tablespoon of paprika. This is smoked paprika. I'm going to give a good shake of garlic granules, which probably is about a teaspoon's worth. And then I'm going to use probably 3 tablespoons of this tandoori powder. And a good squeeze of lime juice. Let's see, I reckon about a tablespoon of lime juice, just to help the marinade get into the chicken. And then I'm basically just going to mix all that up, chop my chicken breast up and let it sit in the fridge covered up for a couple of hours. If you like it spicy, you could also add some chili powder now, but I'm going to add chili afterwards, as in the form of a chili sauce, just so that the kids will eat it. See, that's going a nice orangey colour. It's difficult because if you taste this now, it probably won't be that pleasant, so it's a hard one to judge, but I'm thinking I'm going to add a little bit more of the tandoori powder, just because I can kind of smell that it needs a bit more, if that makes sense. Like I said, you taste it, it's just like a bitter yogurt, so it completely changes flavour once you cook it. I think I'll add another tablespoon of the tandoori powder, just to give it that nice red colouring and a bit more flavour. I'm also going to add a few grinds of salt and pepper into this, and then let my chicken sit for a while. So I've chopped my chicken breast into quite big chunks because I'm putting onto skewers. You can just score your chicken breast and put them in whole. Depends what you're using it for. Another really nice one with this is actually skin on bone in chicken thighs. That's what my dad always used to use, and I remember going to bed at night when he would generally do his cooking, and I remember the smell being amazing, and then the skin goes really nice and crispy and you get the nice juices from the bone in the chicken thigh. So the boys prefer it on skewers. I think it's the novelty factor, and it's nice to eat on flatbreads as well. So I'm just going to give it a good stir and pop it in the fridge. Right, so here's my skewers. I've just put the chicken on with some raw onion, and I'm just going to pop it onto my grill, which I've preheated. So I'm going to lay them across that way. And we'll squeeze on there, and I'm just going to let those cook for a little while, and I can just pop the lid down so that the top gets a nice char grill as well. So here we are dished up. I've just served it with a simple salad and a naan bread. This one is a garlic and coriander naan, and I've done the other two boys a plain naan. And then we've got Steve's. Mine, I've gone for a wrap instead of a naan bread because I prefer wraps, and that's what we've got for dinner tonight. So for dinner tonight we've got some southern fried chicken steaks, hash browns and cucumber for Bailey, and a little pot of ketchup. And then Jake's got the same, but he's also got tomato. And Oscar's got the same, but he's only got one chicken breast. And these are the neighbours. These are the tomatoes our neighbours give us, and they're really sweet and juicy. So that's what the boys have got tonight. And I've also gone for some chicken, but we've got some chicken thighs. We haven't had this for ages. I marinated it in some piri piri chicken sauce. It was a Nando one that I got in the pound shop actually. And I got some halloumi, which is the chilli one. Lidl have started to do their flavoured halloumi again. If you can hear popping, it's the rest of the chicken that's left on the grill in the background. They stopped doing the chilli and basil flavoured halloumi for a while, but they brought that back. And then we've just got some salad with it as well. So we've got Steve's over here, mine over here, and then we've got some spare chicken and halloumi if we want. For tonight's dinner I have done the boys like a picky salad kind of thing, because even though we're well into autumn, this is definitely one of our favourite kind of meals. So we've got some baby potatoes that I've just boiled, some lettuce and cucumber, some tuna mayo, some ham and some pepperoni slices. So this is Bailey's. Jake has got the same, but he's also got some sweet corn, and we've run out of tomatoes, that's why there's no tomatoes on there. And Oscar's got the same as Jake, and then they can just have a little bit of salad cream or something if they want to on their potatoes. And then that's what the boys have got tonight. So for dinner tonight, Steve and I have got a chicken wrapped in bacon and cheese sauce in pastry that I got in Lidl's. It's like a chicken breast thing. And then I've done some roasted leek. I've also got some leftover cauliflower and broccoli cheese that we had on a roast dinner a little while ago, and I put in the freezer. So this is my one, and this is Steve's. And the kids have already eaten because it's parents' evening, so they had theirs earlier, and this is what we've got. So for tonight's dinner I have made my Chinese chicken curry with potatoes in. It usually also has peas in, but the peas are in our freezer had freezer burn, so they looked really like split and hard, so I didn't pop those in. So there is a whole cook with me video for this already up on our channel. I will leave it linked down below. I use this curry sauce. It's the Goldfish Chinese curry sauce concentrate. You can get it in Tesco. You can also get it on Amazon if you haven't got Tesco. So I just make that up, and I put potatoes in it as well. And I don't usually serve it with rice, but the boys haven't had much lunch today, and we've also been down the beach with the dogs, so they need a little bit more of a hearty meal. So they've got a bit of white rice, chicken and potato curry, and they've got one naan bread between the three of them. And then Steve and I are going to have the same, but we're going to share a naan bread between us. So this is Bailey's, Jake's, Oscar's, and then we have mine and Steve's, and we've chosen to not go for rice with ours, and that's what we're all having for dinner tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If this is your kind of thing, please make sure you go and subscribe. We just see a little white puppy run past in the background. Please make sure you go and subscribe. There is a whole playlist of these linked down below. and I'm just keeping an eye on what he's up to. There is a whole playlist of these which I will link down below. We also do cook with me, shopping hauls, family vlogs, puppy updates and all that kind of thing. And off he goes again. So I'm going to go and see what my little monster's up to, and I will see you all in our next video.
This is what we waited